Hello. Here we are on Thanksgiving week, Rhonda. You got your turkey cooked?
Yeah, no, I don't. My sister-in-law does.
You're talking to two non-cookers here. We're just going to be honest about it. My sister is cooking for us this
bring
Thanksgiving.
the cokes, like I said. Well, I am going to make an egg custard pie. And Earl, don't laugh at me if you're watching this, because I made one time and it didn't do right. And he said you just wasn't quite right, Earl.
Well, I gave her an apple pie from Costco and asked if that counted. So,
that counts.
It's something. So, hey, listen, we just appreciate you tuning in with us on this Monday, the Monday before Thanksgiving. I know it's a holiday week for some, and we just want to remind you this week is Shop Local. This is Shop Small Saturday is coming up on after you do your Black Friday shopping. Make sure you remember our local businesses, and so we want to talk about some of those today and some of the things going on in our community. So.
And everybody was out for the pink shop.
So yeah, thank you for your support of Ringgold and Fort Oglethorpe businesses on Friday. Last Friday, they had a lot of good things I heard about that people came out and buying gift cards for gifts as well as very specific gifts for people. I think it's just so fun, the things that you can find in our community. And you don't have to wait for it to arrive in the mail. It's right here in Catoosa County. So thank you for your support of Pink Friday, and Shop Small Saturday is this Saturday. So we're looking forward to that. So some of our staff went out around town today and took our local businesses. So every year, American Express, it started in 2010. I did a little research on this. So 2010, when economic times were not so good, American Express started this campaign, and then actually Congress approved it, I think, and supported it in 2011. So it's been going for a good over 10 years. And the Chamber, we're happy to be a community partner, Shop Small with us this season. So you'll see these little hearts. Here's another side that says bring back holiday cheer and support small business this year. So they're getting real crafty, and so they send us a little bit of swag that we're able to share. So if you go into some local shops this weekend, again on Saturday, I know, let's see, we took some, I think, to Unique Tings and Fix and Dwelling, Lisa's Golden Diamonds. There were about 6 or 8 shops that we were able to provide these to. A nice little swag bag that you might be able to get with your purchase.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, and it's cloth. It's a canvas bag.
And if you use American Express like I do, I use it and then I get points off of it. So you pay it off every month, but then you're gonna get points.
Then you get your points to travel and do other things with, and get gift cards.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to go. So we just encourage you, if you can, shop small.
If something happened
Obviously, we know not everything can be purchased in Catoosa County, but we always ask you to shop local first. That's the deal. Think about local first, and then go from there. If you can't find it here within our borders, then you might have to go to the mall or make a purchase online. But if we just ask you to think about shopping local first.
Well, now we went to the mall last week, and I took Mother to do hers, and you'd be surprised how little they have. And if you go local here, there's a lot more to choose from.
There really is.
And unique gifts. Not
People
just
from Chattanooga are coming to Catoosa County. I mean, obviously we've got the lower sales tax. Thank you, county commissioners. But just know that people are coming down here to do their shopping.
Less crowded.
It is less crowded, easier. The traffic is not as bad. I know Battlefield Parkway can get a little congested, but compared to getting on the interstate and doing all that, it's a great place to go. Back roads
and eat. If you're shopping, then you stop and eat.
Absolutely. We've got a few new restaurants in town. If you haven't tried our McAllister's, they're amazing. I'll be honest, I've not been into Mean Mug, but I've heard really good things about that.
It is delish. I don't drink coffee, but I did have some of their cake, a pound cake. It was a lemon pound cake. Okay. Oh man,
good stuff.
With blueberries. Oh.
So they're and now I will tell you, we had the first Monday of November, we had Jack from Goodlet from Park Place Restaurant. So they're our restaurant of the month. And if you remember back then, he was mentioning that he was having some trouble getting pricing on the pans to put their casseroles and things into to order. He's got that out there. It's on on the Park Place Facebook page. I'm pretty sure Amy probably put it out there, but anyway, we'll give him credit, right? But I printed that off just so I could tell you about it. So restaurant of the month is Park Place Restaurant, located at 2891 Lafayette Road. Y'all all know where it is. Best food around. But if you're
lunch there today,
we're there just about every Friday at Kiwanis. But he says on here, because of supply chain shortages and increasing container costs, we will only offer one size pan this year. All dressing and casseroles will be sold frozen, ready to cook with directions, unless otherwise designated. So all of their things will feed 12 people. They've got cornbread dressing, extra gravy, sweet potatoes with marshmallows, sweet potato with pecan toppings. Ooh, how do you choose between those? I want both. Mac and cheese, broccoli, squash, or hash brown casseroles, creamed potatoes, green beans, pinto beans, corn, turnip greens, coleslaw, or apples. Okay, I'm hungry now. And then you can buy a whole homemade coconut cream pie, chocolate cream pie, peanut butter fudge pie. I'll take one of those. Or banana pudding, and you know y'all all love that banana pudding from there. Or homemade carrot cake with cream cheese frosting and pecan. So on the Park Place Restaurant Facebook page, he's got pricing for all of those. Or you can call the restaurant 706-861-5368 extension 3 to place your order or to ask questions about that. So if you're not a cook like the two of us, that might be a good option for you this year, again at Park Place Restaurant. I would say you probably need to call by today or tomorrow though to get that order in for pickup on Wednesday, so because I'm pretty sure they're closed on Thursday.
And I think it's on the page there.
So
that tells you what day.
So again, very reasonable. Just to give you an idea, cornbread dressing $22 a pan, mac and cheese $26. I bet that is delicious.
And by the time you go to the store and you think about groceries, I saw people buying their groceries over the weekend and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and you can have a meal.
And it's all fixed. And those pies are only $20 a piece, and banana pudding, so that looks amazing. So anyway, check out the Park Place Restaurant Facebook page, or call 706-861-5368 and press extension 3 to place your order or to get more information from our Restaurant of the Month. So thanks for that. We're excited. What have you got over here you can tell us about coming up? Oh, yeah, talk about this. So if you're looking for something to do on New Year's, not a lot usually goes on in Catoosa County. We're kind of quiet. If you're like me, I'm at home in bed by 8 usually. But this is going to be an amazing thing. It's an event to support Crossroads Unity Park. And so if you don't, we're actually going to have Millie Cheek on here probably week after next, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about that. But it's a park that's they're raising money for an all-inclusive park in Ringgold. So we've got the park here in Fort Oglethorpe.
And this is going to be for ADA compliance. It's kind of like what we put out here in Fort Oglethorpe, but it's a lot more geared toward the disabilities of adults and children. So it's something that we wanted in this area. That's why we did that in Fort Oglethorpe, because we saw the children out there that were in their wheelchairs that couldn't get on the playground, but now they can, and they have really utilized that. I mean, there's people out there all the time.
I love that.
And this is part of it, and they're trying to raise funds. It says summer of 2022. That's their goal, to have it completed. So
I don't know that they're going to make that just with all the shortages of material and all that, but I know that they're doing they've had a couple of concerts at the amphitheater to raise money, and I think they've got several community partners that are on board. And then, of course, just like the city of Fort Oglethorpe takes care of Gilbert Stevenson Park, when this park is built, then the city of Ringgold will maintain it, and they're doing some things too to add to that park. But I just love how
don't forget it's tax deductible, so it's getting
end of
close
the
to
year.
Year end, and me being an accountant, I think about things like that. So get that in, and it would really help out.
So the event that they're having, this is it right here. They're having a New Year's Eve gala, and it's going to be at the Ringgold Depot. So what a great thing to be able to do. Ring in the new year, close to home. It probably takes most of us 10 to 15 minutes to get home from the Ringgold Depot.
And plenty of parking.
Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
walk right there across the little bridge. It's easy to get to. It's a beautiful.
So what are the times on that? Does it say?
Okay, we have got doors open at 7. Midnight is going to have a champagne toast. A table for 8's only $600, and individual tickets are $25. So that's not bad at all. And then it's got a competition. We all love competition. $20 fee. Decorate your New Year's Eve table with unique themes. I think that'd be fun.
I think that's fun. Yeah, I think it's like $20. Is that what it said?
$20.
Yes. So I know that at our church, that's a big competition. Sometimes in different functions, we used to have a Lottie Moon auction, and that everybody would decorate their own table, and it's just so fun because people bring out their decorations that they use at home, or they buy special things. It just depends. But so yeah, think about that. I know several people have said that, hey, I want to do it just because because I want to compete with the table decorations. But I think it'll be a great night in Catoosa County. It'll benefit this Crossroads Unity Park. You know, if you have a business, maybe you might want to sponsor a table and reward your employees and give them a night on the town. So that would be a fun thing to do. Again, all of it will be a donation. So,
and it's for information. It says Crossroads. Now this is all together. CrossroadsUnity@gmail, or call 423-593-4773 or 423-313-2771. Says dinner's provided by Olive Garden, which that's always good with that bread. We can all go on a diet the next day.
Yeah, calories don't count for the next month, so we're good to go. But so y'all think about
dress up and have a night.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure they'll have some take some good pictures. You know, if you know me, you know I love the good pictures. So y'all dress up and come on out. Again, we'll have more information about this a little closer to the event with Millie Cheek coming on in a couple of weeks to tell us more about it specifically. So just think about that though in your planning. One of the things I think we've mentioned before, our tourism partner of the month this month is Battlefield Escape. We've still got to get ourselves scheduled in there, Rhonda.
I know, I love that.
But I did a little more research on their room. So just to give you an idea, it's their escape rooms. It's located kind of in the Hammocks Plaza there, between Hammocks and Dirt Cheap, and kind of in that corner on the right. I think it was where the Sons, the Christian bookstore was at one point in time.
Right.
So 1841 Battlefield Parkway in Fort Oglethorpe. They have 3 escape rooms. If you've never done one of these, I think Rhonda said it the last time.
I love it.
Get a friend who's really good at it and go and enjoy yourself, because that would not be me.
I took the grandkids because I knew they could figure it out easier than I could. And I said, look, we're getting out of here.
I'm the encourager of the group. Come on, everybody, you can do this. I don't have a whole lot of sleuthing skills, I'll be honest. But so they have 3 different rooms. Some of them are a 2-person minimum, and one of them is a 4-person minimum. But it looks like, according to their website, all of them can have up to 8 people in them.
It's more fun with the group.
And the way it works is the more you have in, the less per person it is. So I think it starts out about $33, $34 for one person, but if you get up to 4 and up to 8, it's more like $25, $26 a person.
And
so,
it's worth
so,
it.
and it's an hour of fun. So 60 minutes that you have to, they're theme-based games containing series of puzzles you must solve to either escape the room or solve the given scenario. They're hosted by a game master. So there is somebody that can help you. I think they have a camera in the room.
Well, you can get clues.
So you can get a clue if you get stuck.
Hurt your time and your...
But, you know, at least you're not sitting there just, you know, like, I can't figure it out. Help me out. There is somebody to call on.
But
to
you
get
do
help.
get to that point where you're going, hit the clue.
Just give me some help. So they have the Baker Street room, which is Victorian London, the infamous gang of violent criminals. The Baker Street 5 is on the run. You have 60 minutes to solve the clues that were left behind and discover who done it before the criminals get away with murder. So that's the first one. The one you and I were interested in are Trapped in the 80s.
Oh, I want to do that.
Your team of time-traveling investigators have been trapped by Tim E. McGuffin, the infamous time bandit. An 80s teen bedroom may not appear to be the most intimidating prison, but your time machine is set to return to the future in 1 hour. Solve all the puzzles in 60 minutes or you'll be trapped in the 80s. I think some of us might be trapped in the 80s all the time.
Well, we could dress up. That's what the point. I think Amy and I just want to wear a costume.
Yeah, we do.
And go do it.
Absolutely. And then the biggest room is the one that can have a minimum of 4 and up to 8 people. Zombie Apocalypse. This is the one that my family will want to do, no doubt. You've managed to survive the undead by lurking in the shadows and taking calculated risk. Your team is separated into 2 dimly lit shelters and told to make your way to the main complex across the courtyard. You must transmit crucial information between 2 buildings and make your way to the main compound before you are overrun by the shambling corpses that are close behind you. Yes, that's terrifying to me, but sounds like a good time for all. So again, you can call them, or the best way to make your appointment is online at battlefieldescape.com, and they have times out there. It'll tell you if that time is already booked by someone else. It'll just say not available, but then you can see what times are available.
And if you're doing Christmas presents for teenagers, this is a must because they want to. You'll say, what do you want? I don't want anything, or I don't know. And this is a perfect I don't know gift right here because
and they don't have to
kids
travel
love it.
very far. They're right here in Catoosa County.
Yes.
So I've always said I thought it would be so cool for us to have an escape room. So y'all get out and support this local business and give them a call, 706-956-8310 or battlefieldescape.com and make your reservation. So I think that's pretty cool.
I want it to.
So all right. This is our thing coming up,
This
Miss
is our
Rhonda.
fun thing coming up. Okay, ladies, and we may have a gentleman or two, but ladies, please come out and call and make your resident. What's the deadline?
The 23rd, so Wednesday. This Wednesday
is the deadline. You do not want to miss this. We're having an ugly sweater contest. May have a game or two if we have time. But this is Pooh Nash. She is hilarious. If you want to Google her or
Veronica
YouTube
Pooh Nash. Yep.
You can find it on YouTube and watch it. It is going to be hilarious. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have Christmas decorations up and Christmas, of course, all based around Christmas. But that ugly sweater contest is going to be fun.
It's going to be a good time.
And there's going to be pictures that will last a lifetime. So don't worry, we'll have something on you. But make sure you come out and do that.
Hey, and by the way, if you haven't if you're on Facebook and you haven't liked the Chamber Facebook page, I encourage you to do that. That's a good source of community information. You can see what's going on with the Chamber, but then we share a lot of information from Catoosa County, City of Fort Oglethorpe, City of Ringgold, a lot of our nonprofits, a lot of the churches, if they have like a food drop. I know Rockbridge Community Church has just done a food drop. We try to share all that information about the COVID vaccines where they're available. Did you see that the vaccine is now, the booster is now available for all adults?
Yes.
So
and you can call the health department and get you.
Call the health department and get signed up and get that booster. And my understanding from a doctor friend yesterday, and I'm no doctor, so I'm not giving you advice, but that whether you've gotten Moderna or Pfizer, you can get the it doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
The booster,
That's what I've heard.
you can have the Pfizer booster for even if you had Moderna.
I think I'm still going to ask.
Some people still want to stay with the
That's
same
just
one,
me.
but that's kind of the latest from the CDC. I think it does not matter according to them, which one you had the first two shots. You could have the Pfizer booster at this point in time. So you can call the health department on that to get your appointment. And then several pharmacies.
This is on
also.
December 1st, so don't forget to call.
And it's just $15. We're going to have actually catering by Allen. So this is something that we really have strived to do. Our caterers lost all their business because all their events just went away in 2020.
And this will be our first time to get it catered in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Right,
So we're going to have a taco bar. And Catering by Allen will be serving, and it's going to be really good. So we've had box lunches up till now. So we're excited to be able to offer kind of one step up. Not that the box lunches from McAllister's they were delicious, obviously, and Zaxby's we've had. But
you can meet new friends.
Yeah.
It's a good way to meet. And you have their contacts afterwards. If you turn in your card or your name and number, they'll scan all those, and you'll have that, because I've used a lot of them when I've had the show. I've called folks to come on the show, and I had their card there. So it's a good way to connect with people.
Yeah, and there'll be ladies from Catoosa County, from Chattanooga, from Dalton, from businesses, from nonprofit, from government. I mean, you'll be surprised at the number. I think we're up to almost 80 attendees at this point in time. We'd love to have 100.
Oh, I would.
And if you haven't been in the middle of Gateway Business Center, it's a lot of parking on Mac Smith Road, easy to get in and out of. Kathleen does a great job there and welcomes us. And we're going to have some Christmas decorations and get in the season of the spirit of things, I guess, and just have a good time. The committee was really adamant that they wanted this to be a fun one, just to just to have some laughs, and Veronica Pooh Nash is the one to deliver those laughs, no doubt. So,
and we may have some door prizes. Usually we have some door prizes.
Yeah, we do. So y'all join us. You've got a couple of days to make the reservations. You can call the chamber office at 706-965-5201. And Mary or Debbie or I can help you. Shirley's on vacation this week.
Oh, good for her.
Good for her. I'm glad for her. But so there's several of us. We'll be there today, tomorrow, and half a day on Wednesday. So, or you can leave us a message. I mean, quite frankly, if you had to give us a reservation first thing Monday morning, we could make that work. So.
And if we get 100, we'll make it work.
That's right. So help us to reach our goal of having 100 at that event. So we think that'll be a good.
And bring a friend. You don't have to necessarily, I'll say, work somewhere, and I don't mean that, but I'm retired. I'm with the city, but I'm retired. So invite somebody if they don't work. That'd be a good day for them to get out.
It'd be a good girls' night, girls' day out, and have come out, and then y'all can go shop local after that. That'll be great. That sounds good. Well, let's see. What else do we have to talk about? Oh, talking about the shop local, we talked about gift cards. So this is how Dwelling in Ringgold does their gift cards. I mean, who doesn't love a little box?
Good things come in small packages.
They do. So I'm gonna. This is just really cool. So I just wanted y'all to know that this, gift cards can be done a lot of different ways. Little bags and things. So just know that gift cards count.
Or in my house, it might be in a great big box with a rock or two in it, so it looks like something heavy.
You're a sneaky one, Rhonda. You're a sneaky one.
Hey, you don't want to give it away every time.
I love that. So yeah, and you could always put this in a nice purse, and then that way they can take their purse and go shopping too.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's a good idea.
So just know that gift cards count as far as shopping local. Our nonprofit of the month, talking about shopping, they're actually looking for some Secret Santas.
Oh yeah.
So our nonprofit of the month is Catoosa County Department of Family and Children's Services. And we've done something about them every week. So they have lots of things going on. Andy Johnson is the director, and I'm going to be honest, he does a great job. I've just gotten to know him within this last year. He's a hard worker, and he's got a great staff, and it's been interesting for them because they haven't all been able to be together because of COVID. So a lot of them are working remotely. And he was new to the position a year ago. I think he's been there a little over a year. So, you can imagine coming in to a new staff, a new position, and then not getting to see everybody in the office. I'm sure that was a challenge, but he's done a great job with that. So one of the things that they're doing, they have a Secret Santa Helper program. He did tell me the other day, I believe there's a little over 150 foster children in the system in Catoosa County right now, and I think they've gotten Santa Christmas for all of them. They've gotten somebody who says they will provide for all of those kids.
Now, it may not be all that's on their list, but at least they've got something.
They've got something, yes. So, but there's a program, and then anything that they get over and above that, like some things, like some kids get a little more than others, so that way they can kind of fill in the gaps when there might be some, if a child doesn't have quite as many gifts or quite as much of value, or maybe missing something that they're. But then also when they bring kids in, they try to keep a game closet or a toy closet so that the kids have something that they can get just to make them kind of feel a little bit better about the situation that they're going through at that moment. Just some little something. So there's lots of nothing will go unused, I guess I would say.
And it's like we say about things like this. He needs things not just at Christmas time, all year long, because these young children and young teenagers are being out of their home. I mean, they're going to a strange place, and a lot of times
their world has been disrupted,
and they can use this all year long. So think about them all year long, not just at the holidays.
Yeah. So it says, planning your Black Friday shopping strategy, why not add a Katusa foster child's wish list to your shopping plans? You can bless the life of a Katusa foster child by sponsoring and shopping for a child, making a monetary donation, and or purchasing from their Amazon wish list. So if you're an Amazon shopper, you can go online, and they've got, I guess you just look up, it's under Andy Johnson or Catoosa County Department of Family and Children's Services, but I think
if you look under Department of Children's Services,
DHS.
It shows up.
Okay, is that how you've done it? Okay. So you can also contact Andy. His email is andy.johnson@dhs.ga.gov, or his number is 423-362-2601. And again, Andy can just give you, if you want something specific. I know, I mean, sometimes I like to do something very specific for someone. I know our Leads at Lunch group, they did a really neat thing for a girl and helped pay for her to have her hair done on her birthday. So that was a really neat opportunity that we honestly would have never known about.
And we take for granted, like you say, getting your nails done or getting your hair done. These children cannot
Teenagers,
do that. And they want to be like their friends, so think about it.
So again, they take monetary donations and purchasing from Amazon wish list, or actually sponsoring and shopping for a child. Another one that they mentioned earlier this month, and we're getting there. Today's nice weather, but colder weather is coming. We know it is. They need coats, hats, gloves, and scarves for the Katusa foster children, and they'll accept donations of new items. So in this particular case, they are asking for new. But you can get a nice coat. I mean, Costco had them for $20.
Oh yeah.
And they're the nice down, the real thin jackets, but they're warm. So again, you can contact Andy to arrange pick up and drop off, or you can drop them by the chamber and we'll get them to Andy for sure. So for the kids, or a gift card. He talks about the teens love gift cards. They love to go to Mean Mug or to Caffeine Addicts in Ringgold. And so if you're by there and you want to pick up an extra gift card, you can call Andy at 423-362-2601, or drop it by the chamber office, or even, even quite frankly, if you tell Caffeine Addicts, Denny will get it to us to get it to him. So we're all connected together. So anyway, we'd love for you to help us promote. Tell your friends about the Catoosa County Department of Family and Children's Services. They're doing a great job to take care of our foster children in Catoosa County, and anything we can do to help them with that, we want to do. So let's take a little break for a few minutes, and we'll come back and tell you some more about what's going on.
If something happened to you, what would happen to them? Their home, their education, their future. You need life insurance, and chances are SelectQuote can help you get it for less than $1 a day.
SelectQuote found Jacob 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Our secret? At SelectQuote, we aggressively comparison shop up to 10 highly rated companies to find you the company with the best rates.
We found Gary, 35, a $1 million policy for only $22 a month.
Why pay more? Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
Call 1-800-478-7907. That's 1-800-478-7907.
At a price you can afford. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Frustrated with heavy rubber hoses that always get tangled and easily kink? Introducing the Bionic Flex Pro hose, the super strong, super tough hose that's ultra light as well. Run over an ordinary hose and it'll easily burst, but the Bionic Flex Pro hose stays intact no matter what runs over it, because its reinforced drag-resistant commercial-grade outer polyester weave makes it tougher and stronger than ever. And its solid brass fittings are crush-proof too. Ordinary hoses kink easily and stop working, but the Bionic Flex Pro hose never kinks. It just keeps flowing strong. And while regular hoses easily get tangled, the Bionic Flex Pro hose is tangle-proof. You can get the 25-foot Bionic Flex Pro hose for just $19.95 with free shipping. But wait, order today and we'll upgrade your order to a 50-foot Bionic Flex Pro hose. Just pay a separate fee, and shipping is still free. Go now.
Call 1-800-340-5128.
No matter what kind of car you drive, we have an insurance policy that's right for you. Need to insure your family minivan? We've got you covered. Need insurance for that new sports car you finally got? We've got you covered. Have an old beater that just won't quit? We've got you covered. Or maybe you hit the lottery and want to insure all your new cars. We've got you covered. Call Auto Insurance for Less to find out how much you can save right now. All it takes is just one call. Answer a few questions, and before you know it, we've got you covered. Call 800-538-2170. That's 800-538-2170. Auto Insurance. You want it, you need it, and we've got it. Call Auto Insurance for Less to find out how much you can save today. Better coverage at a better price is just a phone call away. Call 800-538-2170. That's 800-538-2170. 800-538-2170.
Well, we're back. So, in case you didn't get there, it's 5 days until Shop Small Saturday. It's hard to believe, quite frankly, that it's November and it's almost Christmas.
I know, and it'll go by.
Yes, it will. And I'm going to be honest, my house is decorated. I've never had my house decorated this early, and it's been decorated for about a week.
I got mine decorated too, so it's okay.
Well, I have Mother Daddy's tree. I've got all their gifts wrapped. They got bows on them and everything.
Okay, I'm not that far ahead.
Yeah.
I do have a tree, but only because my friend decorated my house this year, so I'm grateful. I'm very thankful for that.
Well, I get theirs first because mine I put it second, but I want to get theirs.
You
done.
got all theirs done.
Mm-hmm.
Do they love it?
Yeah.
So, and I might have seen about 20 Hallmark movies already. Is that okay?
Oh no, I don't do Hallmark movies.
I do. That's my relaxation.
I don't think I've ever watched, except what's that, A Miracle on 34th Street?
Yes.
That's probably the only one I've ever watched all the way through. Wow. I'm not a Hallmark movie person.
Yeah.
If you've watched one Hallmark movie, you've seen every single Hallmark movie.
It is the truth. If you've
Boy
watched
Meets
one,
Girl,
you've seen them all.
Live happily ever after. Yeah.
But that's kind of what I like about it, because if I happen to fall asleep during a little bit of it, it's okay, because I know
it turns out okay.
I know what the rest is like. Oh, I just missed that part. It's all good still.
They even use the same actors and actresses.
They do use the same actors.
Well,
that's
isn't
true.
our very own Lorna Lena in one?
She is in a movie. That is true. So I need to.
We know somebody.
That's right. We know her. Who sang at the Braves? Sang the national anthem at the Braves
she did a
game.
good job.
She did do a great job. I'd love to have her at the chamber sometime. Who can help me make that happen? That would be fun to have a kind of a bring her home thing.
That would be good.
One thing that the chamber does, we obviously support local business, and so we're moving. We usually do a event a little bit earlier in December. We're having to push it back a little bit because of the expo dates, but we're going to do a shop local breakfast at the depot.
Oh,
and I don't even know if you know about this, because
No.
I'll just we're just putting it together.
My calendar.
You need to put that on the calendar. Another busy day. It'll be on Wednesday, December the 15th at 8:30, and so we invite chamber members. The cost will be $17 for breakfast, and we're hoping to use Pam's Place for the breakfast. They're going to give me a quote and make sure we can afford them. But if you haven't, that's another one too. If you haven't had Pam's Place, which used to be Richard's,
It's delicious.
it is so good. We had catering from there a couple of weeks ago, and just delicious. And looking forward to having that again soon. So anyway, that's another whole story. But so we have lots of events, and we try to encourage people and give them opportunities. If you don't take time out of your own day, then we'll get you to allocate an hour to go shop local as part of your job, right? So that's going to come up on the 15th, and that'll be a breakfast meeting. A lot of you probably have used nail art for years. I've actually gone there probably for about 7 or 8 years. So they're located, if you're looking at Walmart, they're on that right side of that little strip mall there, kind of by Old Cactus and the Lytle Barn and a few places there. Anyway, nail art in Fort Oglethorpe. And they've just joined the chamber. So that's one thing, too, to know about. You can be an existing business and join the chamber. And we're going to go out and do a ribbon cutting for them being a new chamber member on Monday. Let's see, what's that? Monday, December the 6th at 10 a.m., right as they open. Andy, who is the owner there, it's so funny because I've been talking to Andy I've been with the chamber 5.5 years, and so bless Andy's heart, I've been asking him for about 5.5 years to join the chamber. And a couple of weeks ago, he said yes, and I was like, all right.
Good.
So we have a good time. We take some girlfriends and go. You'll have to go with us sometime. I know you probably have another place you may go, but we have a good time. We make it a party when we go get our pedicures and and entertain ourselves and others as well. But it's a great. You can have, I think, about, there's at least 10 chairs in there. If not more, maybe 12, and so you can take big groups of folks.
And have fun.
Yeah,
That's my relaxation time. I just kind of chill out. I have fallen asleep.
Yeah, I do that when I get my hair done.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I fall asleep, I'm sorry in advance. That's because it's just so quiet, So, but anyway, if you haven't gone to nail art or never tried it before or hadn't tried it in a while, tell them the chamber sent you and go try it. Tell Andy we said hello, and we'll be out there to do a ribbon cutting there on December the 6th, and maybe we'll get them to come in and see us sometime. Yeah, I always get a cute little decoration on my 2 big toes, so that's my new thing. So, what else we got, Rhonda? Oh, today is Monday, so that means we have a new member of the week, and unfortunately she couldn't be here today, but we can talk about her and it'll be all right? So our member of the week this week is North River Graphics.
For all your printing
needs. So we've been told. So they're located at 3511 Hickson Pike in Chattanooga, but they do have a local rep. Many of you might know her. Her name is Darlene Cutler, and Darlene can be reached at 423-280-5239. And Darlene services this area in Chattanooga and even Walker County as well, and does a great job and has for years. So
and if you got Christmas cards you're going to order, go ahead and order them now.
Yeah, get them on order, and she'll deliver them to you. That's the thing. I mean, who delivers anymore? Seriously, other than post office, right? So, but Darlene does a great job. So even though their location is on Hickson Pike, you don't have to go to Hickson Pike So congratulations to North River Graphics, our chamber member of the week. We appreciate all you do.
And something that she did that was unique for me, and I don't know if you've seen them or not, but I had some cards made just like a business card, but they're my personal business card. And it has my name and address and telephone number, because a lot of times somebody said, well, give me your number, or where do you live, like friends of mine. And rather than them write it down or put it in their phone, I just gave them one of those. And of course, it's got, Amy gave me the idea to put a verse on the back. But you give those out to people, and it's a lot nicer and it's pretty.
Yeah.
And then they did, Darlene did some stationery for me, little cards. It's got your name on the front and maybe your address on the envelopes, and it saves you. I buy cards, and cards are my thing, but you can use those, and people have got your return address if they ever want to get in touch with you or whatever. But
So that is something I love, a handwritten note. And Rhonda sent me a beautiful handwritten note not too long ago, and it just made my day, and it just made me want to do that. So I was in a class a couple weeks ago, and that was what's the one thing you do in the next month, and that was my next thing. Now I'll be honest, I haven't done it yet. I've been home for a week, but I'm going to do that. So you can hold me accountable for that. But I love a handwritten note. I mean, an email is fine, and acknowledgement and all. It checks all the boxes, I guess. But there's just something about a handwritten note on nice stationery.
Well, somebody took time to think of you. That means a lot to a lot.
So, and even, unfortunately, my children don't write in cursive. They're 20-year-olds who print, but that's okay too. I mean, just
I
little scribble. Yeah. So I just think that is just it might be an old way, but it's a great way. It makes me feel special when somebody sends one. So thank you for that, Ron. I appreciate all your encouragement. So we talked about Member of the Week and Restaurant of the Month, Tourism Partner. Well, I think we've crossed all those off.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe we haven't mentioned this at least 10 times already. So mark your calendars for Tuesday, December the 7th. At the Colonnade from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We are going to have the Showcase Catoosa Business Expo, and you are not going to want to miss this, y'all. We didn't get to have it in 2020 because of COVID. I mean, how many times do we say that a day?
I know.
We didn't get to do that because of COVID.
Messed up a lot of things.
And we actually did postpone it a little bit because of COVID, thinking that, and the numbers are, I talked to a doctor friend the other day, and of course, don't want to say it too loud, but overall in Chattanooga, our COVID numbers are down.
That's great.
We still want to be careful and get your shots if you want shots and all that good stuff. But so on Tuesday, December the 7th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., come out to the Colonnade. Even if you've got 30 minutes, stop in. We're going to have over 80 vendor booths. We'll have some outside and some inside. It's going to be a shred truck event. You can bring a box of shred materials, some documents and things that you've wanted to get shredded but didn't really know where to take them, or you just didn't know what to do with them, or just hadn't gotten to it yet. You can drive up and put them. We're going to have River City Shredding. Thank you to Rhonda for making that contact, and Legal Insurance for sponsoring that for us, and River City Shredding giving us some time as well. So originally we were only going to be able to have 2 hours, but now they're going to be there the whole time from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on December the 7th. So get your shred documents together that you need to have shredded. Now they do limit it to 1 box per person, because you can imagine I could come up in a U-Haul and say I need all these things shredded, and that would be a little outside of the scope of what
But
we
if
were
you've
talking
got
about.
tax reports and things that need to be shredded finally, and you don't have one of those at home, then this is a good opportunity. Like you said, if you're somebody that's elderly and you can't carry that kind of stuff around, they'll come out to
We'll
your
have some
car.
folks to help out with that. So, yes. So please take advantage of this, because as far as I know, there's not been a shredding event in Catoosa County. I've been trying to make it happen for 5 years, and I know you have too.
Yes.
So we finally got together and we made it happen. So
and I'm told, okay, we're going to have an elf is going to be there and some judges, but I've heard that we're going to have a special security man. And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to ruin the surprise, but I heard the other day, I got a phone call from someone that it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's going to be our security guy.
Okay, well,
you don't want to miss it.
I can't wait to see that. I'm just saying. So there'll be a lot of, so at the expo, each vendor will also provide a $50 value silent auction item. So there's going to be a lot of things to bid on as part of the silent auction. That'll go from like 10 to 1:30. So come by and stay if you can. Come back by if you come early. You might want to. But if you win the auction, if you have the highest bid, we'll call you and you can stop back by and pick it up. So you don't have to be present to win that at that point. So
and a lot of people are making up some gifts. Some of the vendors are that you can buy some Christmas presents.
Yes. So there'll be some gift baskets and gift cards. And things like that. So you don't want to miss all that, because that's always a good time. Well, I went the other night to Communities and Schools event. Oh my goodness, they do a great job. Penny Mahon and her group. They just,
It was real nice.
JC Nipper, they knocked it out of the ballpark on all the silent auction
And I
items.
didn't intend to win as many as I did, but
Me either.
I like
But
a
I was glad
challenge.
to
I
be
don't
there.
want to be outbid. So,
We're a little competitive in the silent auction.
yes, I am. But those are for presents or giveaways to
Yeah,
people, so it's going to a good cause. too.
Yeah. So I got some really cool things as well. I just enjoyed it. So I got outbid a few times though.
I did too.
So,
By
especially the last-
Debbie Hughes.
Debbie Hughes, yeah. She's a force to be reckoned with on silent
I
auctions.
know, you got to watch her. No, it was a lot of fun.
So again, the Showcase Catoosa Business Expo, we just appreciate the city of Fort Oglethorpe, NHC of Fort Oglethorpe, Bank Corps South, and Puckett EMS for sponsoring this event, and for Flegel Insurance for sponsoring the shred truck and for River City Shredding. So we just appreciate all that. Don't miss it. If you do have any questions about that, or there's still a couple of booth spaces available, and you can call the chamber office 706-965-5201 and get information about that. Especially this week or first of next week, we can still help with that. So.
And seeing NHC reminded me too, this time of year, now this is not for a Christmas thing, this is after, if you want to check with them and make sure, but some of these places like the assisted living, they're asking for gloves and the toboggans and such, maybe scarves, because if they're outside a little bit, it's kind of nippy,
Sure.
and they might have a jacket, but they might not have scarves and gloves. So contact them, and that's something you can do, not necessarily a Christmas thing, but after Christmas too, because it's going to get cold.
Or even some nice little candy treats or something
Right.
like that you can take by, and they'll, you don't have to go in, you just drop it at the desk, and then they'll distribute things like that. So
And they'll let you know who's diabetic, who's not, and that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
check with them, but that's something you can do. That's
just some little extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
And
them
and
in
quite
mind.
frankly, you'll feel better about it than
Write
the
'em a
person
note.
you're giving. Yeah, there you go. Just tell them, have Merry Christmas and thinking of you.
Mm-hmm.
So just in case, the free COVID drive-through tests are still happening at the Colonnade. It is Monday and Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And so today's Monday, so I guess you could go today. You kind of go the far back, like you're going to the amphitheater, and make a left into the Colonnade parking lot, and you'll see some tents set up out there. So I hope you don't need a COVID test, but if for some reason you need to have that done, there are free ones still being held Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 to 6. So there's that, and then of course we talked about for COVID the booster shots and shots. You can call the health department there.
And they prefer that you make an appointment. I understood it. So
Yes, yeah, that's a good thing to do.
you don't want to sit around and wait.
Let's see. Oh, here's something. So all of you know the Welcome Center on I-75. So I guess the best way to go is if you're at Max Smith Road and then you exit 353, then you go south of there. So they are having a step into the scene photo. It's not really a contest. They just want you to be included. So they're using the hashtag Visit NWGA, so Northwest Georgia. Visit, so the little pound sign, Visit NWGA. Is the hashtag. It says, we'll post your image on our wall of fame and you'll be entered for a drawing. Oh, there is. You'll be entered for a drawing to win free regional attraction and event admissions. So this will be on our Facebook page. It's also if you're a chamber member, it'll be in the newsletter. It says, like our Facebook page, Northwest Georgia's Historic High Country, where winners will be posted monthly. So what it is if you go into, which a lot of us don't ever go into the Welcome Center because we don't think we need to. If you hadn't stopped lately, you should. It's really nice in there, and they have great information, not only about local tourist attractions, which obviously is important to us, but if you're going on a trip throughout the state, there's lots of information there as well. And did you know that they can actually help you make a reservation at the Welcome Center? I didn't know that. So when one of the hurricanes had come through, and they had people calling them because we're the farthest Welcome Center from the coast, then Ontario and her staff, they're trained to help people that are trying to flee from those areas and having to leave their homes and everything, to be able to help them to make reservations in hard times. I mean, quite frankly, in difficult times, they can provide this.
They need some help. Yeah.
So they don't have time to try to find the best deal or whatever. They just need a place to come and be. So anyway, it's really amazing some of the things that they do. And Ontario she does a great job, and her staff is so kind and very knowledgeable. So they do a lot of training online, and they go to a lot of the tourist attractions in Georgia so that they're familiar with those things, so that if you come in there and ask questions, there's somebody there that's been there before, and they can tell you very specifically about the different tourist attractions. And if you've never checked out exploregeorgia.com. That's a great resource. There's lots of ideas for day trips and things like that at exploregeorgia.com. Especially during COVID, they kind of ramped that up a lot, and because
there's a lot of things around here that you can drive
within 2 hours.
Yeah.
Not to mention just in our county. So, and I tell you the other day, and I got totally off subject, but the other day we took Leadership Katusa to the Georgia Winery. And we had 21 people in the class, and some had been there before. We got to do a back kind of a tour back behind the counter to see how the wine was made and the different steps and things like that, which was very interesting. But it is beautiful. They've done a lot of made a lot of changes there. So if you haven't been there lately, they have gift baskets and lots of things.
They have a lot of travelers too.
They do. They absolutely do. But they've done a whole a side patio, and then there's you go down. And it's just beautiful. There's a gazebo, so there's some outside space that I don't think that has been there the whole time. So check the Georgia Winery out sometime. So all that to say, back to the Welcome Center, they have a new mural on the wall, and so that's what they're wanting you to do. So when you go to any place in Georgia, take a picture. So the other day I went to Gibbs Garden. If you've not been there, you need to take a look at that too. That's in Ball Ground, Georgia. It's about an hour and a half. Beautiful gardens. Different times of the year, different things are blooming, so it's pretty. But anyway, you can take that picture then and tag it with the hashtag visit NWGA and send it in, and then they'll kind of calculate the different ones, and then they're actually going to put those pictures up on the wall.
Oh, that's nice.
So what we need to do is to visit the places in Catoosa County and take pictures and then send them in, because the more of those that they get, the more of our pictures locally will be up there. So the battlefield, the 6th Cavalry Museum, the winery. So think about some of the places, the put-ins for the canoes and kayaks and things like that.
And they're going to choose and then put them on the wall?
They are.
So don't forget your local dog park.
The dog park, yes. How did I not mention that? So, and that, I just love that. All that is so pretty, that walking trail and everything.
It is.
I mean, I hate that the hurricane or the tornado took down some of the trees. We were actually there the week before that happened, and I have pictures. And then, of course, we went the next week, and those were gone. But y'all have done a great job. City of Fort Oglethorpe has done a great job of just making that beautiful.
And Jeff and his guys really work hard. They do a great job.
Yeah, it looks so good. And if you've never been to the dog park, Bark City is the name of it. It's right behind Hardee's. You kind of turn beside Steak and Shake. There's parking right there, and again, there's walking trails. But I love that there's two parts of that. So if you have a smaller dog, they don't have to go in with the bigger dogs. There are two separate areas. And which is great, and they even have fire hydrants if they so need a fire hydrant for certain reasons. So anyway, y'all did a great job with Bark City. It's just great.
And you can walk on around to go to Gilbert Stevenson. It's just a little walk around by the creek by Gilbert Stevenson, or you can go on around to Honor Park, or go the other way, like you said. There's canoe launches and such, but all that connects around, and then you can meet a lot of people out there.
Yeah,
so.
It's just a great walk, and can even walk across the street over there and go toward the Honor Park, right?
Yes.
To where we had a couple of functions not too long ago. So
and it's all connecting.
And it's flat. It's very flat and walkable. There's no uphill. If I go this way, I got to get back down.
Well, and I used to not think about this till, you have it yourself with Dave in a wheelchair and then a walker. You can easily take a walker out there or a wheelchair and push them because there's not any ups and downs to worry about.
Yep.
It's level, so somebody, if they want to get out of the house and they're stuck inside, if they're in a wheelchair bound, take them out there and go for a walk.
Let them enjoy the beauty of what we have here in our county. So. And in Fort Oglethorpe. So don't forget about the Visit NWGA hashtag. Post it to Facebook or Instagram, and then the Welcome Center will see that. And try to take some pictures around here.
And don't forget the Dancing with the Stars. That's going to be January 22nd. All these folks are getting their donations. And if you want to back a particular one, or you can back all of them if you want to, but they're working real hard. And that's going to be January the 22nd at 6:30. It's dinner and a show, and it's really a great show.
And it is a show.
You do not want to miss. This is a one time a year that you do not want to miss this. It's at the Colonnade, and you can call Sandy Matheson 423-421-4092. And like I said, these folks have had 2 years, so they better be good. I keep telling them.
There you go. They've had lots of time to practice. Talking about the Colonnade, there's a couple of other upcoming events. I talked to Laura Ogden, the director, today, and maybe she'll come on in a couple of weeks and talk more about it. But they've got the Dance Theater of Dalton is going to be coming to the Colonnade. It's the middle 2 weekends in December, I believe.
Oh, that'd be good.
And they're going to be doing the Nutcracker, so the Nutcracker Ballet, and that's a public performance. You can buy tickets online at colonnadecenter.org, I believe it is. I don't know the pricing and the times, but
They do a good job.
They do, yes. And so I think it's going to be 2 weekends. I want to say like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Not totally sure about the dates, but check out colonnadecenter.org and you can get information on that. And then there's also, we talked about the Gala on New Year's Eve. They're going to have a gospel singing at the Colonnade. Now, it won't last till midnight, so if you're an early, they used to try to do that. That's too late.
Yeah.
And so they ended around, I want to say 8 or 10 or something like that. But there'll be a gospel music singing. I'm not sure who the groups are. There was a great one that happened last Thursday night at the Colonnade. The Holders were there, and Chris McDaniel and Jason Crabb. And there was a big crowd.
He's got a beautiful voice.
There's a big crowd for that. So, if you've not ever been to the Colonnade Theater, we talked about that the other day. It's a 500-seat theater, not a bad seat in the house. Tickets are affordable to all the. Hopefully, once the new year starts, so there'll be some more community theater shows. We'll talk about some of those, but
and they'll mention when they're going to have tryouts, because I've told Amy, my little great niece, she loves to sing, she loves to perform, and I want her to do that because I think she really has.
It's a great, my boys who are now 25 and 19. Eric started when he was about 10, and we went to see a show, and he said, "I want to do that." And I'm like, "Oh my!" We'd always played baseball.
She's always wanted to do that.
And then after he started, my husband was like, "Well, that sounds like a good time," and so that's kind of become their baseball. That's what I tell people. But it's something that we're so blessed in our community to have that here locally.
Talent was phenomenal.
And so it's just done so well, and everybody's volunteer. I mean, from the costumers to the set designers, it's amazing what the talent that and the time and effort people will put into a production, and just because they love it and want to do something for our community. And of course, the Ringgold Depot does some great shows as well. So we have actually 2 venues that do that. I was going to mention
talk
too.
About it. Don't miss out.
Yes, so
Don't
yeah,
let it go by,
I'll definitely
it'll
update
sell
you on
out,
that,
yeah.
because I'm a theater mom, so I'll be telling you more about the theater. That's the way that works. One thing though, that Catoosa County Parks and Rec has a lot of stuff going on as well. So yes, they have Santa in the park. It's going to be this Saturday, December the 4th. No, that's next Saturday. Is that right? That's 2 Saturdays.
Two
right?
Saturdays.
Yeah, 2 Saturdays. December the 4th from 10 to 2 at the Jack Maddox Park. And so
again, plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking. 941 Pine Grove Road. You can do selfies with Santa. They're going to have ornament decorating, craft and food vendors, letters to Santa, and a candy cane hunt. Now, I kind of want to do that myself. So that will be, again, you can check this out on the Chamber Facebook page, or actually this one you can see at Catoosa County Parks and Rec on Facebook. They have their own page. But Santa in the Park will be on December the 4th from 10 to 2 at Jack Maddox. And then also we talked about the Ringgold Christmas Parade is going to be that Friday night, December the 3rd. It'll be down Nashville Street. It actually starts, what's the street called that's got all the, Robin Road? Is that right, where all the flags are put up? I think that's called Robin Road.
I think so.
That'll be on, they kind of line up there and come
You
down.
can sit downtown.
Yes, you can, on
sit
Nashville
there.
Street. And then they're going to have a thing at the depot that night. And then the next day they're having a Christmas fair, bazaar, if you will.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Of different vendors in Ringgold. So that's on December the 3rd.
Chickamauga's having one. I think Lafayette's
I think they do. They have a reindeer run or something like that, don't they? So December the 3rd at 6 o'clock, come on out. And usually it's rain or shine. So bring your chairs or bundle up if it's chilly. That's the thing. This time of year, you never know.
Fun,
it could be 70 degrees or it could be 20.
That's what makes it fun.
It is. We have a good time, and the chamber will be on the float. Usually, we're on the float with Santa. I don't know exactly which float we're going to be on this time, but we'll be on the float and throwing out candy to kids, and that's always a good time. So. Somebody said one time we should be a Hallmark movie, and to me, that is the Hallmark movie right there. That's when you have a community event with kids and families, and it's just
there's always something going on.
It doesn't get any better than that. So let's see if there's anything else. I'm looking for y'all to know what I'm doing here. I'm looking at the Chamber newsletter to see. Oh, here's one. Now this is for runners. This is not until February, but Ringgold Telephone Company does a thing. Have you ever been to LC Home Park? If you've not been to Elsie Home,
Yeah.
it's something to go see. It's a little hidden treasure to me. Catoosa County manages it. Parks and Rec manages it. You can rent it. It has a rentable pavilion. But they're going to have,
Very
it's
nice.
the Elsie Enduro Trail Ultra. It's going to be on February 26th of 2022. You can sign up today. But it's sponsored by Ringgold Telephone Company. There's information about that at elsieenduro.com, elsienduro.com, and that'll be held on February the 26th.
It will be COLD.
Yes, ma'am, it will
Because
be.
softball starts in February, and we're all looking at heated jackets and pants and everything.
What could make you the warmest?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotcha. I understand that.
Propane heaters.
And I think, though, the way that works is kind of they go until somebody stops,
Yeah.
until the last man standing or woman
Yeah.
is standing kind of thing. So I won't be in that, but it sounds like a good time.
I might be the one standing there. Doing
Yeah, we'll wave at them as they go by. One other thing, the Georgia Winery does have a Christmas open house all the Saturdays in December, actually beginning this Saturday, November 27th,
Lovely now.
from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Wine and shopping experience. They're going to have hot mulled wine, release of a new seasonal wine, Santa's Helper, and holiday cheer, refreshments while shopping for unique gifts for everyone on your list. They say they have gift baskets starting at $25.95. But they'll custom make you a basket. So if you know that the person that you're giving the gift to likes a sweet wine or a dry wine, or or maybe not wine, and they just want some of the cheese and spreads and things like that, they will make up a basket. You just tell them what you want in it, and they'll make it up for you to go and put a beautiful bow on it, and they'll actually ship it too. They do have shipping services there as well. So Georgia Winery is right by exit 350 on Battlefield Parkway, kind of behind that subway building, right before you get to the interstate coming from this direction. They do have a fully operational tasting room, and you can call and order ahead at 706-937-9463. And if you don't want to go in, you can just pick it up in your car. You do have to show your ID, if you're getting wine, obviously. But you can just call from your car and not even have to leave your car.
It wouldn't be bad.
You got to love that, right? All right. Well, Rhonda, we have talked a lot today. We have a lot.
Don't
There you
forget,
go.
5 days until
Shop
Small
small.
Business Saturday.
Shop small in Ringgold and Fort Oglethorpe. We have a lot of amazing little stores and boutiques, and gift cards count. We just want to support our local businesses. I know we're all going to probably make a trip to Costco too, and that's all right. And Publix and Food City. I mean, those are
Everybody's there.
Especially this week, you'll see all your friends, right? But make sure and shop small, and remember our local. At least think of our local providers and stores first. Shop local first. Thank
Have
you
a
so
good
much.
week.
If another crisis happens, will your job be secure? Find a career path where you are essential. Georgia Northwestern Technical College offers